Marvel Secret Lair. Here they are, all of them. All of the Marvel Secret Lair. Oh, that one's fallen off the table. All of the Marvel Secret Lair drops that just came out earlier this month. I think it was this month. I can't remember. Now, I'm going to crack into these today one by one and show you all of the cards and all of the secret cards. But let me just say before I get into this, I feel somewhat guilty opening these today. And I feel guilty because I'm a newer player. I'm newer to Magic the Gathering as a hobby and as something to collect and play. I've been playing since the Fallout Universes Beyond. That's what hooked me in. I'm a huge gamer and I love Fallout. So that was the hook. That got me into the hobby, and I've gone all in, completely off the rails, over a cliff, bought millions of cards, and I adore it. I adore the game. But it feels kind of mad to me that I was able to get these as someone who's newer to the hobby, because I know so many people struggled. So many people. And I just have to say, I have to be clear, I didn't use any of the weird backdoor tricks to get these. I went onto the Secret Lair website at 4:30 UK time, so 30 minutes before the sale started. I refreshed the site at 5 PM, put these into my basket. I did the full bundle, the full foil bundle. And then I joined the queue like everyone else and went through the trials and tribulations of the queue being paused and all that horrible stuff. It wasn't a nice experience, but somehow I managed to get this whole bundle. Now, I do think that the Secret Lair system is complete and utter dog shit. I do think it should be print to demand. It's crazy to me that it's not. This kind of artificial manufactured scarcity is something I've always hated. I hated it with amiibos. I hate it when Nintendo did it with that. I hate it with NFTs. I hate it with everything. I think it's just awful. Print to demand. Let everyone have the cards that they want to purchase. It really winds me up. And again, I'm new to the hobby, but I've experienced artificial scarcity in other areas in my life and other hobbies I love in the past. Right, I'm going to start with Black Panther and work through in the order of excitement. So I'm least excited for the Black Panther set. So we'll start with Black Panther and we'll move all the way down to Iron Man, who is the one I'm probably going to be building a commander deck for. Right, let's crack these open. I do have some sleeves over there to the side, but I'm not going to sit here and sleeve everything in this video. That would be bloody annoying, wouldn't it? We'd all hate that. I'd hate that. Right, let's crack on. Okay, here he is. Black Panther Wakandan King. Now, I'm really glad I got the foil ones. I'm a sucker for foil cards. I am a sucker in general. Can you focus, please? Thank you. I'm a sucker in general for shiny cardboard. You know, I love shiny cardboard. Not super fussed about Black Panther as a card. He's a counter commander. Nothing wrong with counter commanders. I've just built a new one, Zimone, Paradox Lady. But yeah, just not super excited by counter commanders. So Black Panther. Secure the Wastes. Create X/1/1 white warrior creature tokens. Pretty cool. You know, flood the entire board with tokens. We love to see it. And then we have a Bast's Blessing, which is a primal vigor. If one or more tokens would be created, twice of that many tokens are created instead. If one or more 1/1 counters would be put on a creature, twice that many 1/1 counters are put on that creature instead. Kind of a less good doubling season, I guess. Up next we have Heroic Intervention. I'll always take a Heroic Intervention. Great card. 2. 1 colorless and a green. For permanents you control, gain hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. It's an instant. You can play at instant speed. And the artwork is crazy nice. Who is he fighting there? I'm big into my comic books and my MCU movies. Not so much these days, but, the original ones. I don't know who that is. Don't know. Not going to spend loads of time trying to look at it, because I haven't got a bloody clue. Wakandan Skyscraper. That's a Khan's Bastion. Very nice. You can tap one, and you can pay 4 to tap it and proliferate. That actually might go in my counters deck that I just built. I don't have a Khan's Bastion. I could use that to just pump up the tokens. Next up, we have a Warrior token. I think Black Panther and Iron Man both come with tokens, which is pretty cool. Is that double-sided? I'm not sure. Let's see if it's double-sided. It's not double-sided. It is just a single-sided token. And the final card, which I think is like the secret one, I think these are all Groot themed. Here it is! Look at him. I really like these Groot-themed cards. I think they're really cool. Let me see if I can focus in on that. Oh, my phone won't do it now. Of course it won't. There we go. Yeah, I love that, and that's so, so cute. Search your library for a forest card, put that card onto the battlefield, shuffle. Nature's Law. A 2-drop to go and get yourself a forest. Very nice. It's just the artwork. You know, Groot on there, sitting on Black Panther's shoulder. Very, very cool. Sitting there with T'Challa. Okay, that is Black Panther. The one I'm least excited about, which is, you know, strange because colour-wise, I typically gravitate towards green, blue, white, black. I don't really like red, but I don't use a lot of red in my decks, but Iron Man, oh, what? Why would you do this? Why would you do this, Wizards of the Coast? Now I've got to try and get in here. Oh my God, everything's gone wrong. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to massacre this. I'm sorry, this isn't gonna be pretty. Oh, no, that's actually all right. Okay, who is this? This is Captain America. Let's go into Captain America. Thank you for being part of Secret Lair. More people would be able to be a part of Secret Lair if you just printed to demand, you stupid fools. That was mean, but it's fair, I think. Right, Captain America. I think he was pretty cool as well. I just think Iron Man's the most exciting. I don't have a commander deck. Oh my God, this is like massacred. I don't have a commander deck that kind of runs artifacts as its kind of main source of utility and main source of kind of just its engine. I don't have an engine that's based around artifacts. Don't really do Voltron or anything like that. And I do like the idea of running something like Iron Man to go and fetch artifacts. But we'll talk about it in a minute. All right, Captain America, First Avenger. He can throw any equipment, I guess. You pay 3, unattach an equipment from Captain America. He deals damage equal to that equipment's mana value, divided as you choose among 1, 2, or 3 targets. So if you had him equipped with Excalibur, which is like a 12, I think that costs 12 or 10, then you can deal that to 1, 2, or 3 targets. And then you catch it, so you attach up to 1 equipment at the beginning of combat on your turn. It's very cool. It's very, very cool. So you throw it before combat, it deals damage, and then you catch it as combat starts, so he's still got it equipped. It's actually very, very cool. Really cool mechanic. Then we have the new Captain America. Sam Wilson? Is it Sam Wilson? There he is. That's a very nice card. Sigarda's Aid. You may cast aura and equipment spells as though they had flash. Very, very cool. Whenever an equipment you control enters, you may attach it to target creature you control. So you just attach equipment for free. We love things for free in Magic. Flawless Maneuver. There's a lot of fantastic reprints in this drop in general. If you control a commander, you may cast this spell without paying its mana cost. Creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn. Very, very cool, and kind of very on theme for Cap. Look at his shield there, deflecting some kind of blast. Who is this back here? Is that Black Widow? It's not Bucky, is it? It looks like it could be Black Widow, I'm not sure. Alright, then we got, I love the art on this one, In the Trenches. Creatures you control get +1/+1, and you can pay 6, 5, and a white to exile target non-land permanent you don't control until this enchantment leaves the battlefield. Activate only as a sorcery and only once. Just great artwork. We got like Human Torch up here. Johnny. Is that Johnny? Looks like there's 2 flame boys. My comic book knowledge is absolutely failing me now. And then this here, okay, I'm going to get like DC and Marvel mixed up. People will be angry. Is it like Namor or Submariner? Is it one of those? Is it one of those? Who knows? Could be. Or are they DC characters? I don't know. Shield of War and Peace is the Sword of War and Peace, but it is now a shield. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has protection from white and from red. Again, the flavor's spot on. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, this equipment deals damage to the player equal to the number of cards in their hand, and you gain a life for each card in your hand. Very cool. Ah, so good. These are the best cards, these Groot cards. Everyone should be able to get their hands on these. They should be printed up. They should be endlessly available. It's just dumb that they're not. You may have this equipment enter as a copy of any equipment on the battlefield. Look at him. So cute. Oh, it's yeah, really annoying, really annoying. I'm very lucky to have picked them up. I don't know quite how it happened. I say that queuing system on the day was awful. It paused for a while because the site like fell over. And then it came back on, and I had to wait like another hour, I think. The whole process was probably 2 hours, and then luckily when I got to my cart, they were still available and I could just purchase them straight away. But I know a lot of people didn't have that experience and queued for like 4 hours and then got to the cart, and what they put in the cart was gone. Oh my god, I've massacred this one. This has all gone completely wrong. There we go. Yeah, it just sucks. You know, people take time out of their day to try and get this stuff. People that have to work don't even get a chance. You know, by the time they get home, it's already sold out. It just sucks. Wolverine, best there is. Legendary creature, mutant berserker hero. He's very cool as well. Temptation to build something around him. So he has kind of double strike, but not double strike. It doesn't have the rules of double strike. It's just double all damage Wolverine would deal. So you don't get that kind of first strike, second strike thing that you get with double strike. You just double all damage that he would deal. And at the beginning of each end step, if Wolverine dealt damage to another creature this turn, put a 1/1 counter on him. So again, a little bit countery, he just gets bigger every turn as long as he's dealing damage. Berserk, gorgeous art. Like the art, they've gone crazy with the artwork here. This is a sign of good things to come from the Spider-Man set, hopefully. Cast this spell only before the combat damage step. Target creature gains trample and gets +X/+0 until end of turn, where X is its power. At the beginning of the next end step, destroy that creature if it attacks this turn. So it's kind of like a Hail Mary. You make something really big, it deals some damage, and then you destroy it. It dies. Rite of Passage. Oh, that's very cool. It's X23. I'm going to get everything wrong in this video. Absolutely everything wrong. I think her name is X23, but it could be 22. It could be 21. I think it's 23, though. Whenever a creature you control is dealt damage, put a 1/1 counter on it. Rite of Passage. Very nice. We have Rhythm of the Wild. A song just popped into my head there, but I think it's Rhythm of the Night. Creature spells you control can't be countered. Non-token creatures you control have Riot. I forget what Riot is. I need to do a check on that. Too many keywords in Magic, too many abilities that I can't remember them all, but I cannot remember Riot. I think a lot of goblins have Riot. Could be wrong there. Adamantium Bonding Tank, which is actually just the Ozolith. Whenever a creature you control leaves the battlefield, if it had counters on it, put those counters on Adamantium Bonding Tank. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if Adamantium Bonding Tank has counters on it, you may move all counters from it to target creature. Very cool. I should probably put that in my counters deck, because when stuff dies or gets exiled, this can just hold those counters for me, and then I can give them to something later. And finally, look at him! Look at him! Unnatural Growth. I actually was looking at buying a copy of Unnatural Growth today. I didn't realize that came in here. At the beginning of each combat, double the power and toughness of each creature you control until the end of turn. Such a cool card. It's not actually that expensive. 5, you know, it's green. Green's got loads of ramp. You're going to be able to afford it. Very cool. That's just a really cool version of that card. Look at him. Little Wolverine Groot. Wolverine Groot. Right. Now we're on to the 2 that I'm actually really excited about. Storm and Iron Man. First up, we'll do Storm. I really want to build something around Storm. I'll use all these cards. I will find a way to use all these cards. I really want to build something around Storm, though. But I don't think I'm kind of smart enough. My Magic skill level really does revolve around like a lot of graveyard recursion. I like pulling stuff out of graveyards. I like stealing other people's shit out of graveyards. But my like main play is green stuff, blue stuff, white stuff. Either make tokens, make creatures big, counter your stuff. Big stompy creature go pow. This is a bit more like combo-y. So if you cast, let's say you cast a little 1/1 Llanowar Elves, you cast a Birds of Paradise, then you cast Storm, and that wouldn't work because she hasn't got haste. See? I'm not smart enough for it. Okay, Storm is on the battlefield. You cast Llanowar Elves, you cast Birds of Paradise, and you cast Lightning Greaves, let's say. 3 things. Then you do damage with Storm. Then you cast a Lightning Bolt. The Lightning Bolt will copy itself 3 times because you cast 3 spells previously. Llanowar Elves, Birds of Paradise, and Lightning Greaves. It's a combo-y deck. I don't think my brain could do it because I just got it wrong there, but I do love the card, I love the art, and I love the concept, and I love the flavour. Storm gives everything Storm. Very cool. There's Lightning Bolt. It's literally the card I would copy. Lightning Bolt deals 3 damage to any target, so in that instance it would copy itself 3 times. You'd have, 3 versions of that. And you could send them to new targets, so it's a lot of value if you're copying stuff after playing loads of other spells. Storm's Will, which is actually Jeska's Will. Fantastic card. I have one of these, but I prefer this artwork. Choose one. If you control a commander as you cast the spell, you may choose both instead. Add 1 red mana for each card in target opponent's hand. Very cool. Or exile the top 3 cards of your library. You may play them this turn. You still have to pay for them, though. Ice Storm. God, look at that. Like, that is so cool. That's the X-Men I know and love. That's like the... That's that one, They're the outfits I remember from the animated show. I still need to watch the new season of that on Disney. Destroy target land. It's horrible, though. I don't like land removal or land destruction. Tend not to use it. Aurora Borealis. It is actually Manamorphose. Add 2 mana in any combination of colours and then draw a card. Nice. Bit of ramp, bit of card draw. And finally, so cute, we have Storm playing with Groot. It is Regrowth. 1 and a green for return target card from your graveyard to your hand. A little bit of green graveyard recursion there. And little Groot is getting showered by Storm with a little rainbow there. It's so adorable. These cards are adorable. They are all going to get sleeved. I promise you that right now. Okay, on to the last one, which is Iron Man. And this is the deck I'm going to be building, or attempting to build. I'm going to fish out all my artifacts today. All my big ones, all my small ones, all my creatures that do anything, like creating Thopters maybe. Anything like that, because I'm going to need a lot of artifacts and a lot of creatures that can create artifacts. And I think really a lot of protection, because this is kind of going to be a one-man army deck. I think Iron Man is fully the engine of this deck. Like, if you take Iron Man out, like, it all kind of falls apart, so I need ways to protect him. Here he is. So, Iron Man, Titan of Innovation. He has flying and haste, so he can attack straight away when he comes out. He's a 4/4 for 5. Now, his whole thing is whenever he attacks, you can create a treasure token. Then, you may sacrifice a non-creature artifact. If you do, search your library for an artifact card with mana value equal to 1 plus the sacrificed artifact's mana value, put it onto the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle. So basically, when you attack with Iron Man, you can sacrifice an artifact you control, as long as it isn't a creature. And then you can go and get something from your library that has that artifact's mana value plus 1. So the bigger artifact you sacrifice, the bigger artifact you can go and get from your library. He can tutor out a piece of equipment or an artifact every turn if you can attack with him. You haven't even got to deal damage, it's just attacks. So he's very Voltron-y. You want to be going and getting your best pieces when you need them. I love it. I think it's such a cool mechanic. It's very Iron Man. It's him using his smarts, going and getting the right thing for the job at the right moment. Love it. I really hope I can make it work. Galvanic Blast deals 2 damage to any target. Galvanic Blast deals 4 damage instead if you control 3 or more artifacts, which, if you have Iron Man, you probably will, or you at least want to. Commander's Plate. Probably the best card in this drop, I think maybe value-wise. Just a really good artifact. So for 1, and then equip to a commander for 3, or equip to anything for 5, equipped creature gets 3/3 and has protection from each colour that's not in your commander's colour identity. So that's an amazing piece of protection for Iron Man himself. It will give you protection against white, black and green. So, he won't be hit by a Swords to Plowshares or a Path to Exile, because it's white, won't touch him. Really, really good. Then we have a Soul Ring. Iron Man's little arc reactor there. That's just a really nice Soul Ring. We all know what Soul Ring does, so I won't talk about it, but it is a really nice card. Then we have Inventor's Fair. His little expo from Iron Man 2, the movie. The least good Iron Man film. Then we have a Treasure Token. Not the most exciting, but you're going to be creating one basically every turn when he attacks, so nice to have one that's on theme, on flavour. And finally we have Sculpting Steel. Groot wearing his very own little Iron Man outfit. I hope this is focused. I need to make sure it's focused for this because it's... Oh, no, I've made it worse. There we go. That's fine. Look at him in his little Iron Man outfit. What does this do? Sculpting Steel. It is an artifact. Surprise, surprise. You may have this artifact enter as a copy of any artifact on the battlefield. So we can bring that in and we can copy that commander's plate, for example, and have 2 of them. So you've got a backup one in case someone decides to destroy it. Very, very cool. I'm really excited to build something around Iron Man. I think that could be a really fun deck. Nothing in the pod that I play with is like that. There's nothing that kind of leans on that. The closest thing is a Kamigawa vehicle deck, which is very artifact heavy, but other than that, we mostly play creatures and stompy stuff. And finally, because I was lucky enough, and I bought it quickly, I did manage to nab the Arcane Signet, which you get if you spend like every £200 or something. Jesus, you got an Arcane Signet, which is Earth's mightiest emblem. It's the A on Avengers Tower, and we all know what Arcane Signet does. You pay 2, you bring it in, you tap it, you add 1 mana of any color in your commander's color identity. It's a cool card. It's crazy that this thing ran out. Like, people were spending the money, like £200, and not getting one. Because again, Secret Lair didn't just limit the drop to 1 per customer or 2 per customer. So some people, scalpers, bought tons and then just stuck loads of these on eBay straight away. Something needs to change with Secret Lair. I do love the cards, I love the artwork, I love the flavoring, I love what they're doing. Not really interested in SpongeBob, but this is themed on something I enjoy. I think something needs to change. They need to go back to... This card's really bent. Did I do that? Oh, I might have done that. I need to put that sleeve. Something needs to change. They need to go back to print to demand because I just don't think this new system works. It doesn't work. It just doesn't work. Creating that artificial scarcity, all it does is tell shareholders that, hey, we sold out really quickly. How cool is that? Give us some more crossovers in the future. I think this would sell way more. You'd make more money if you just print to demand and let everyone buy what they want. But they didn't, so... Proxy it. Proxy everything. Print your own, make your own, print them out, stick them on cards, draw them for all I care. Do what you want. That's the joy of magic. Right, that is the Marvel Secret Lair. I'm going to build this guy. I'm going to stick this in there because that makes sense. I might even stick Cap's shield in there. Can I stick Cap's shield in there? Can I? I can. Yes. Iron Man with Cap's shield. That's going to happen. That's definitely going to happen. All right, hopefully you've enjoyed. If you have, leave a like, leave a comment, hit subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you soon for another one. Ding! It's going to come back. It's really cool. Take care, everyone. This is a mess. Oh, I've just made a mess. Right, I'm going to clean it up and sleeve it. Bye!